everyone, welcome to my channel, Curious Cuttlefish. I'm Sarah, and today we are going to be talking about Ice Yarn's Magic Glitz. So today's yarn review is on Ice Yarn's Magic Glitz. And this yarn, let me tell you a bit about it. This is 95% acrylic, 5% lurex. It is 100 grams, 360 meters, and it suggests you uses a 4 to 4.5 millimeter needles, which would be a 5 millimeter hook. That is, for the knitting needles, that is a US 6 or 7, and the hook size is, so you have to check my hook, an H hook. I use millimeters. Alright, but here we go. You guys can take a look. This is the Magic Glitz. And I would say that this yarn is fairly soft for having that, I don't know what you would call that bit of tinsel, the sparkly quality about it. I would say it's fairly soft. Definitely softer than Red Heart Super Saver. So they list this as a 3-weight yarn, a lightweight. I do agree with that. I would say that this is very similar to Mandala Sparkle. And so, because I have more than one ball of this, I can show you guys what I made with it. So let me show you how this works up, and then I will tell you how it compares. So here I made another Sabella. I made a shawlette, so it's not huge, but it's a good size. And you can see that this has the color changes happen far more frequently than you would see in a Mandala Sparkle. So that would be the first difference I would have between these two, but I will say this yarn worked up very quickly, very easily. I really liked working with it. I didn't have, sometimes I have an issue with sparkly yarns or ones that have this glitter to it, where I feel it running through my fingers when I'm holding it to crochet. I can feel that extra bit, it almost feels a little scratchy from that sparkle in there. But this one, I would say it's very minimal. I didn't feel it as much, and it didn't bother me. Sometimes it can get a little irritating for me to feel that little bit of tinsel or lurex that's in here. I would also say that this yarn, it is very sparkly. I don't know if you can see in this video, but yeah, even just moving it, it has a lot of glitter. It has a lot of shine to it that I feel you don't get as much of in the Mandala Sparkle, which I will show you in a bit. And that might just be the color choice, but I do feel like this is a lot more glittery. So I made a shawl, and I also made, here's my willow square. You guys can see it is very sparkly. There's a lot of sparkle in here. But the color change happens fairly quickly because we went from blue to a light green to a yellow, and then we're already at a white in this square. So let me bring up, I still haven't woven in the ends. Here's the Mandala Sparkle. And as you can see, I've made a whole square, and it didn't have any color shifts or any color changes, as opposed to this one, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4 4 color changes, and this one there's no color changes. Try to hold these up together. And there is glitter, there is sparkle in the Mandala Sparkle, but I feel like the Magic Glitz has a lot more shine to it than the Mandala Sparkle. So I did not get a chance to knit with the Magic Glitz, but I imagine I would love it. I didn't have any problem with splitting or the little glitter part coming apart from the main yarn. It worked up really well. I still have leftover of this yarn, and I am planning on, since it's a light color and I feel like the stitches are very easy to see on here, I'm planning on saving that little bit so I can make another little octopus, but I'm using that for a tutorial that will be coming out either next week or the week after. I will do a tutorial on making my little octopuses up there, and that'll be out of this yarn. So you can be looking for that. Something else. So I noticed feeling these two, again, comparing Mandala Sparkle to a Magic Glitz, I would say Magic Glitz is softer. I can feel this tinsel glitter thread a lot more in the Mandala Sparkle than I do in the Magic Glitz. So, and I also noticed it more when I was crocheting with this one. That little bit of sparkle in there, I felt it as I was working with it, and it was a bit scratchy in comparison to the Magic Glitz. So, and then if you remember, so here's the Mandala Sparkle. I did the Sabella shawl, right? I made a small one. And even in here, I feel like you can see there is not as much sparkle or glitter. There is, but I feel like it's not nearly as much as you see in this one. This one just has a lot more glitter to it. So there is glitter. You can see a little bit of it, but this one just sparkles more. They both worked up great, and I feel like there's practical uses for both. I do not think that these are the same yarn, like I had the experience earlier with the Cakes DK and Mandala. They're very similar, but they definitely use a different sparkle in there. This one feels a lot softer to me than this one. And also then there's the color change differences. So if you're looking for something that does larger blocks of color and much more of a stripe, I would recommend using Mandala Sparkle, because you get a lot, you get the stripe effect, right? If you don't mind having this is a lot of different colors, and the color change happens a lot more frequently, then I would suggest using Ice Yarn's Magic Glitz. I really like this one. I highly recommend using it. And for those of you who know me, I do not like glitter. I do not like anything that sparkles. That's not me. It's actually, yeah, I'm not that type of girl. So I get it because it's yarn, and I think yarn is beautiful, and I love yarn, and so this is probably one of the only instances where something glittery or something that has sparkle to it is acceptable to me. Typically, I would shy away from this and not want to touch it. So it's yarn. I love yarn, and that makes this okay. But I really like this. I love all the colors that Magic Glitz comes in, and I really like the price. I will put price comparisons above for the Magic Glitz versus the Mandala Sparkle. Again, both very good yarns. I would buy both of them again. I would have them in my collection to have readily available because they are used. They're similar, but they look different. They would have different purposes. I find Magic Glitz to be the much better deal because it comes out to be cheaper, I believe. I will have to do the math and it'll be up there for you guys to see. So these are my completed projects from one ball. I only used one ball of the Magic Glitz. So this one ball here made this shawlette. It made my willow square, and it will also make a little octopus like this one. You can be looking for that tutorial to come out in the near future. And that just used one ball. And when you order from Ice Yarns, you get a pack of these. So it's 4 balls in a pack. So I still have 3 more of these that I can use for other things. And I feel like the yardage is very good on this. 360 meters. And so you'll see I can make 3 items out of 1 ball. So I feel like it's a very good deal. I believe I did do the same with the Mandala Sparkle, right? I got this. I got the square and this little guy here with his crooked eyes. He came from the Mandala Sparkle. So, if I come back. Yes. So there's a lot you can do with 1 ball of yarn. I tried to use up all of it if possible, so that I can show you guys how much you can get out of 1. So there is my review on Ice Yarns Magic Glitz. I highly recommend this yarn. I really love it, and currently I only have this 1 color in it in my collection. I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up getting a few more because I really liked working with it. I think it's a really good yarn. So I hope you guys found this review helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. I enjoy reading and replying to your comments, so comment down below. And I appreciate each and every one of you who comes and watches my videos throughout the week. Thank you so much for returning and watching, and for those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. And if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy yarn reviews, yarn hauls, and other yarny things, please hit the subscribe button, and you will be updated whenever I post a new video. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will be seeing you guys soon. Bye.